on impulse, I was gonna pick this thing up.
And this one's rolling. And action, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Hi, I'm Crystal from Anime Milwaukee, and I'm with Alexis Tipton.
Hi.
And I'd just like to thank you for coming to Anime Milwaukee and
Thank you for having me.
Doing your autograph sessions and everything. Yeah, we're very happy that you're here.
I'm very happy to be here.
So, the first question I want to ask is, what is the voice acting role that you're most recognized by fans?
I think it's probably a tie between Musabi from Sekirei and Mocha from Rosario Plus Vampire.
Okay. So I know that you're a thespian. So I was wondering, what differences do you enjoy when acting on stage compared to acting in the recording studio?
Right off the bat, one of the things that I love about stage is that you get so much more time to prepare for your character, and you get the script whenever you get cast. You get to see the lines throughout the entire process. Whereas in the booth, everything is cold reading, which means that we see it for the very first time and then we never see it again.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, so stage, it's a lot harder to let those projects go because you've developed these characters over weeks, or if you're lucky, months of time. And so, and then in the booth, it's a very short project. You don't get to spend any time at all with the lines, and you kind of just have to learn as you go. When we record in the booth, we are standing in the booth by ourselves. We don't have tons of actors in the booth with us unless we're doing something called a walla session, which is where we provide background chatter for village scenes and things like that.
Okay.
But 99% of the time we're recording alone, and I have the misfortune of most of the time recording first, and so I have nobody to bounce off of. I'm sort of talking to a void. So yeah, so when I run into somebody that has recorded before me, it's exciting because I can actually have a conversation.
Right.
But yeah, stage, everybody's involved at the same time. You have a lot more time to work on your lines, and it's just a lot closer to home.
So you were saying that you get more attached to the character on stage. So when you do voice acting, you don't get attached? Like if you do it for multiple episodes, it's not really.
Oh, there's definitely. I mean, I've gotten very attached to a lot of my characters. Okay. And sometimes if it's a very short show, there's always that disappointment of, there's no more episodes, or it's only 10 episodes and there's no second season. No, I mean, I still have tons of fun. It's just I don't get to spend near as much time with them, so it's. Right. There's still an attachment, but it's a different kind of attachment. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay, so the next question. Were you trained in acting then? Did you go to school for acting?
I started acting on stage when I was I guess technically in the 3rd grade.
Oh, okay.
And it was just through school, it wasn't any kind of formal acting classes. I started taking formal acting classes when I moved to California when I was in the 4th grade. I took lessons at this place called the Laguna Playhouse, and I also took some lessons when I lived in Kansas. I've been all over the place.
Okay.
And then I did lots of theater in middle school, lots of theater in high school. I took classes in college. And as of January 2012, I started taking film classes as well with a Dallas company. Okay.
How do you think your past experiences in training helped you get to where you are today?
Well, one thing that we always say whenever people ask, well, how do I become a voice actor, is, well, be an actor first. Okay. And I had no prior voice acting experience to working at Funimation, but I did have a lot of theater background. Right. And so that, prepared me for, I knew how to develop a character, I knew how to take direction, I had been in shows where I had been allowed to kind of play with my voice and get a feeling for what I could do vocally, and it was, there was definitely a period of time where I had to sort of learn, okay, now all I have to rely on is my voice. I'm not on stage anymore. Right. And it was definitely a challenge, and it still is a challenge, 4 years later. But yeah, so I came from a theater background and then just sort of transitioned into voice.
Okay. So you're a theater teacher for youth right now?
Sometimes, yeah, occasionally.
Is there like 1 or 2 major acting difficulties that they experience? That you see, and how do you help them deal or come to terms or?
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. I think especially for younger kids, there's always that that pressure of, oh, you know, I don't want to do that because I might look stupid, or, you know, everybody's going to make fun of me if I do it wrong, or, you know, we've all been there.
Right.
And so with the exercises that I have them do and with like the theater games that we play, my goal is to try to break them of their inhibitions, because once you can let go of all of that, it's amazing how much you can grow in any kind of acting.
Okay.
Just to not be afraid and not care about what your peers are doing or what your peers are thinking. You know, everybody, as far as I'm concerned, you know, if you're in a class, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how much experience you have. If you are in a class, everybody is equal because you're all there to learn.
Right.
So there's none of this pulling rank. Oh, you know, I've been on Broadway. I've been my mom did this. My dad. No. It's you're in a class. Everybody's here to learn. So I try to really impress that upon the students that I teach.
Okay, that's awesome. As you move into film acting, because you're going to take classes for that, what is a dream of yours to accomplish?
Just to be in films.
Okay, all right.
I've wanted to do that ever since I was little, but
With film, it demands very strange hours, it's an entirely different beast. And with voice and with theater, those were things I could easily balance with school.
Okay.
And so, I mean, you know, I may not be successful at all once I get a chance to do film. You know, yeah, let's hope. But it was one of those things where I wanted to finish school, and I wanted to finish a formal education and go to college and do all that good stuff. And now that I'm out of college, I've kind of just thrown myself at it. So we'll see where it goes.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So what are you up to now? Like, what projects are you working on, and what are your future plans?
Well, unfortunately, I can't say the projects I'm working on at this minute. That's one of the only things that really sucks about voice acting. We can't talk about things until cast lists are announced, which is usually about 6 months after we've already finished it. But season 2 of Baka and Tess just came out, and as did a show called Blood Sea. And there should be some other announcements coming soon, hopefully. And then just plans. I plan to continue working at Funimation as long as I can still get work. I'm doing a play right now, so I'm excited to get back into theater. It's been a couple of years, and just to continue studying film. So.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. How can fans follow you and find out more information?
I just got on Twitter, so I've had a Twitter account for maybe less than a month now, so it's very new, and it's just Alexis Tipton VA. And I also have a fan page on Facebook, and I have a Facebook account, but it's a private account, so if anyone wants to follow me on Facebook, there's a fan page. I believe you can find it just by searching my name. And in terms of just trying to find out what shows I've been in, Anime News Network is probably the best resource. Yeah.
And one more question. What would you like to share with your fans of anything? Anything you'd like to shout out, say?
Just thank you so much for following my work and supporting me and allowing me to come to awesome conventions like this, and just, I love it. I have so much fun. So thank you for supporting me.
Yay!
Yay!
And thank you for spending time with us to do this interview.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for coming to Anime Milwaukee.
Yay!